Okay, Dan. Well, after quite some time, your second box has arrived with another watch. So I'm going to go ahead and get that opened up, and we will look at both of your watches and make sure we get what you want done, taken care of. Okay. Okay, so this is a 1977 6309 7040. So that's one of them. And your other is a, let's just revisit this one. This one's a 1979 6309 7040. Okay, so two cool turtles. So let's have a look. All right. So I think the idea, if I'm looking over things properly, is that you want the movement of this watch into this watch. And I think that's probably a good idea if this one's running well. So we're going to put this one on. You also want seals on everything, so both watches getting sealed. This one, the crown, looks pretty good. Yeah, it's got good threads. This has probably got a very dry gasket in the bezel, which is why it's a little loose, but you do have your click ball. This one, of course, also has its click ball, but probably also needs a gasket in there. We haven't really looked at these watches for quite some time, so, or at least this watch. My opinion, if I can provide one, would be, if this movement's running right and you want it in this watch, let's just leave this watch the way it is, do the seals, put the movement in, we'll swap the movement over to this one, and we will leave this one as it is. I mean, it's perfect. That matching loom, those hands, I mean, I can do a little bit to clean the hands, but I think they're just really, really perfect the way they are. It's such a nice watch. It's a really nice one, in fact. It's got a good insert. You got one little speck, but that's okay. Crystals are in good shape. This one, of course, probably could go for a crystal. If you're going to eventually use this watch, you could change the crystal now or later. It doesn't really matter that much. I like them both. I think they're great examples. But the decision, of course, is yours on how you want to go. You had mentioned something about the hands on this watch perhaps being replacements from, I even think maybe you said from the factory. I don't know. I mean, the loom is kind of that consistent grain. This one looks a bit more spongy just because it's patinaed a bit. I mean, they have the right flatness. They have the right look. I don't see why they would be anything other than factory hands. So overall, I think they're just two nice turtles. They're great. All right, so I'm going to send this video to you. We're going to have one more round of email. I'm pretty sure that you don't want a service done. You just want a movement swap. And that's okay. It's not my normal thing to do, of course, but we will do what you need. Let's check this one on the time grapher. So give me 1 second. I'm going to wind this watch up and see what it gives us. Okay, Dan. Well, here are the numbers on the watch you've sent. So that's this one here. let them get back to the way they were. Not ideal. This is under full power. It's certainly a watch in need of a service. I'm I'm hesitant to even regulate this. It's losing about a minute a day, and the beat error's a bit out. Your amplitude's about 80 degrees below where it should be, maybe 90 degrees. Yeah, it's a watch that's also in need of service. So again, happy to swap out all the pieces that you want, the chapter ring, put new seals on. But right now, this watch I would say is also ready for a service. So when you're ready to do that, I think it's definitely in need. Yeah. So that's where we are. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Once you give me the go-ahead on the swapping process, we'll make everything the way it should be in terms of your request, and then we'll move forward. All right. Thanks, Dan.